patiently for the Metro Center to open, the SUNY Oswego Metro Center to open, may remember that we started talking about it long in advance of opening the doors. And much of that was the bureaucratic red tape associated with building out a facility here. Now it is finally an asset, not only to Syracuse, but to Central New York at large. And we appreciate that we finally did get it through. We don't want to be light about anything, but we probably do want to give President Bitterbaum at least some minor time to talk about the New York football Jets and his entrepreneurial partners from SUNY Cortland. President Bitterbaum.
Well, thank you, Deborah. I'm very pleased to be here. Let me share a philosophy. Comprehensive universities in New York and across this country have a strong belief in what we call stewardship of place. That is, we are engines of economic activity, we're access. We try to improve the communities in which we exist. So I'll tell you a short story. A few years ago, a fast food chain was very interested in building on our campus their building. And it would have meant that we would have been able to lease the land and use those dollars for scholarships, for equipment, for faculty development. It would have been a great win-win situation for everyone. When we started the process with the state, after about a year and a half, this company just said, forget it. So they went up the road, bought private property, and they exist today. But it was a missed opportunity for our campus. Having that experience, when the New York Jets finally made the decision, after looking at many college campuses in New York and New Jersey, and decided on SUNY Cortland to be their summer home, it turns out that I had this experience with this other company, and I was really worried. And the Jets were worried. This did not make sense to them, and they could have gone to a private institution very easily. Because of the red tape, we were able to solve some initial problems, but going forward, the Jets are still very concerned about this. Now remember, it brought 34,000 guests to our campus, to Central New York. It also brought over $4 million in economic activity to Cortland and the surrounding counties. On top of that, they had to pay sales tax on hundreds of thousands of t-shirts and equipment that they sold to fans throughout Canada, and Minnesota, and New York. It was amazing the number of guests we had. And also income tax. When they leave Florham Park in New Jersey, they have to pay income tax on the time they're in New York State. So it was a boon. And unless we allow these entrepreneurial enterprises to go forward, things like that can be lost. I hope they go deep into the playoffs. It will go from 34,000 guests, I think we'll double it. And think what that means for a poor county. Cortland is the last county in Appalachia. Many of you don't know that. It pokes up into us. We're eligible for, obviously, the Appalachia Regional Commission and other things. But the red tape makes it very difficult. So even federal funding at times is ponderous, but in the case of the state, it can even be worse. So this bill makes a real difference for upstate New York. Thank you.